An airline is now charging its passengers to recline in their seats. The oldest and most haunted hotel in Las Vegas is offering someone $5,000 to ghost hunt, and a fed-up 42-year-old single woman buys a billboard to get married. These are the weird stories on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast in circulation as far as we're all concerned, and that's all that matters to us, right? Here we go. I got 3 weird, kinky, strange stories from around the world for you. Bam. The airline WestJet is charging passengers to recline their seats. Oh, just another way for these airlines to nickel and dime you. Remember the good old days when you could just lay back in the other person's lap and you could bring in all your bags, all the bags you wanted for free. And remember, you could smoke. You could smoke your stogie right there in the cabin. Those were the good old days, right? I wasn't really around flying when you could smoke on planes. And I wouldn't want people smoking on the plane anyways. I have my certain gripes about bringing animals on the plane and screaming babies as it is. The changes I have noticed lately have been all these little ways in which the airlines are nickel and diming us to just squeeze a little more money out of us. And now this one, paying to recline your seat, seems a little out of control. What's next? We're gonna be standing on flights? No, you don't get a guaranteed seat. You're going to be standing for 11 hours, sir. And so sorry, mate. We're going to have to charge you to use the pisser. I mean, where does it all end, huh? A spokesperson for the budget airline WestJet said, quote, "The first aircraft with the new reconfiguration is expected to enter service later this month. The modern cabin experience will offer a bright, airy atmosphere." Ooh, I love bright, airy atmospheres. Not too much air, please. I want the doors to stay on. They're having an upgraded design that features new seats, adjustable headrests, enhanced cushions, and back support with a fixed recline design in economy that helps preserve personal space. Oh, I see. It's simply seats in economy will be fixed, so you can't move them. So that's what it is. They're not charging you to recline, which is what I imagined. It's a lot funnier when you think about it that way, and just more crazy. In my opinion, I thought you'd have to ding the attendant and be like, "Yo, I'd like to lay back. Here's my credit card. For how long would you like to recline, sir?" "Oh, I can only afford to recline for about, 1 hour and also afford a Bloody Mary. So just put that all on my credit card." And then the person behind you can pay to have your seat pushed back. "I'd like to block the fatty in front of me from reclining, please." And then it becomes this whole bidding war over reclining chairs. That's what was going on in my mind, which is hilarious. However, this reconfiguration isn't anything of the sort. It's just going to be seat classes, which include premium, extended comfort, and economy. Those wanting their seats to recline, you're going to have to book at least the premium. And there's only 12 that exist per plane. There's only a limited reclining going on WestJet. Wow. Remind me not to fly WestJet anytime soon. Now, WestJet is justifying this change with the following quote: "Through our guest user testing, half indicated they actually preferred a fixed recline to avoid feeling impacted by other passengers encroaching upon their space." Well, I don't know about that. I think you're just trying to make more room and sell more seats. You could just say that. You don't have to lie to us. But yes, they do have to lie to us, don't they? Because otherwise no one would put up with this malarkey. Forgive my language. WestJet has always been a pioneer in making air travel available to Canadians, largely through keeping costs very low to offer affordable airfare. The layout of our refreshed cabin caters to our guests' diverse preferences, whether they opt for premium seating with extra amenities and legroom or for more affordable ticket prices with less space. We're excited to introduce this range of products for our guests to enjoy. Would you like your flight to be less comfortable? We're sure you're going to enjoy it. I guess overall this is pretty good news for Canadians because now you can save money on your flight, and that's more money to get wasted on the plane. I know how my Canadians like to booze it up. I'd imagine they're just pounding beers on the flights. So no reclining and no legroom, but hey, more beer bucks. I'd imagine Spirit Air is going to jump on this configuration as well. If they're going to last, I don't know if the airline's going to last. These budget airlines are just barely holding on, it would seem. The margins are very small in the airlines industry, from my understanding. So little cost cuttings here and there are what you need to do to stay afloat, it would seem. The sort of cutting of the reclining and leg space, though, that doesn't make us any more comfortable. You can make cuts that would make our flights way more comfortable, or add charges that would. Like, how about a fee if your baby cries a minimum of 15% of the flight? Or if you got really bad BO, like you should have to pay a body odor fee, in my opinion. So these are other ways you could make some money while making the rest of us, the majority of us, comfortable. I mean, I'm here, airlines, as a resource. I got ways in which you can make our lives better and make yourself a little more coin. So just hit me up. Here's another idea. This is a great idea. Charge for the Mile High Club. Anybody that wants to have sex, you pay $100 a head. That's per head. That's per person. I mean, the head would be, as much as you can get in a flight if you've paid the fee. The oldest, most haunted hotel in Las Vegas is offering somebody $5,000 to ghost hunt on their property. The oldest and possibly most haunted hotel, they're hosting a contest just in time for Halloween. Thrill seekers up for the challenge will have the opportunity to apply to spend an entire weekend inside the El Cortez Hotel and Casino hunting down ghosts in the hopes of winning a $5,000 prize. Well, this sounds like a fun way to spend Halloween. Not alone in the hotel. Can I bring my ghost hunting squad? Also known as just a bunch of my friends that want to get wasted in an old abandoned hotel. That sounds like a great way to spend the Halloween season, if we're being honest. Going into spooky hotels, you could spook yourselves, spook your buddies. That's just so much fun. And maybe get paid $5,000 and then, take it to the casino floor. Some information about the hotel. The El Cortez opened in 1941, and like many old hotels on Fremont Street, it's seen its share of crazy activities since it's opened its doors. Mobsters, murders, even legends of ghosts. According to casino.org's listing of this offer, we're sending you to investigate fully equipped with ghost hunting gear to see if all of the legends and stories of the El Cortez are actually true. The chosen ghost hunter will check into the El Cortez for a haunted weekend stay where you'll explore the casino's oldest and eeriest corners, searching for signs of ghostly activity. The chosen individual will be tasked with walking through the hotel's corridors, casino floor, and any other areas that are thought to be haunted using ghost hunting equipment such as EMF meters, EVP recorders, and thermal sensors to detect any unusual activity at night. The ghost hunting contest runs from October 6th through October 31st, and the trip is expected to take place in early December. Oh, the contest is running through Halloween, but you won't actually do any of the ghost hunting adventures until December, it seems. Also, it sounds like the Cortez is still open and operating, so I think I alluded earlier that it was abandoned. It is not abandoned. It's still 84 years in running. The contest says if anything spooky is found, the ghost hunter will be expected to take photos and videos for evidence and to journal a short report of the scariest, funniest, and most mysterious findings. All right. But does it come with free buffet and open bar? That's what I want to know. That would just enhance my ghost hunting experience and help me find invisible specters if I'm 3 sheets to the wind, as they say. I'd report back like, hey, do you have any recordings of ghosts? No, but I got this great recording of me singing The Killers at karaoke. You guys want to hear it? It's so funny. The contest indicates, in case you have any doubts, that it is rumored the El Cortez basement is full of the ashes and cremated remains of former employees who died without any family, making this hunt a little more eerie. I wonder if that's even true. Are we supposed to believe that they just burned former employees in the basement? That sounds strange. The bellhop passed away. Does he have any family? Who has time to find out? Just put him downstairs in the oven. So I find that legend a little sus, but I'm sure there's been sightings. It seems like all these hotels, these old hotels all across the world are rumored to be haunted. I'll post a link to the contest if anybody wants to apply. Any professional ghost hunters listen to this podcast? I'd imagine there are some because they are weird people, and this podcast is weird, and I am weird. So we have a kinship there. I would never go ghost hunting in a serious sense, but I would consider it just for funsy. I like to think that ghosts are real. I'm not sure in that I've never experienced it personally. The whole thing, on some level, kind of doubtful that a spirit would hang out where they passed away. That seems strange. If you're a spirit, you can kind of go wherever you want. You can probably travel to other planes of existence. So why would you just hang out in an old hotel that you burned in, wearing the clothes that you wore in 1934? I mean, that all seems strange to me. And of course, I've watched some ghost hunting shows, and they never seem to find anything, which baffles me that they continue to make ghost hunting shows. It's like we got season 8 of Ghost Hunters. Haven't found a damn thing yet, but we're 100 episodes in. Just keep trying. No, they always at some point they'll feel a cold air and they'll be like, guys, stand right here. I feel cold right here. I just want to be like, do you guys understand how architecture works? It's called a draft. I mean, that's not a ghost. And then these meters that they carry around. What are those meters? They're supposed to detect ghosts. I mean, I downloaded an app that was like a ghost meter and walked around an old, supposedly haunted location, and I don't understand what these meters are supposed to measure. They go crazy all the time, though, so how can you trust them? They're always like, guys, my meter is going crazy right now. It's either because there's a ghost behind me, or it could be my acid reflux setting it off. All right, before I eject myself from this segment, I asked AI, what are the top 5 locations for some high-tech ghost hunting in the world? And it spit out these locations. Number 1, East State Penitentiary in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, a massive abandoned structure with a long history of suffering and death. Number 2, Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, located in Weston, West Virginia. It's a former asylum with a tragic history of overcrowding and inhumane treatment. Number 3 is the Queen Mary ship in Long Beach, basically a floating hotel now. Number 4, the Stanley Hotel, Estes Park, Colorado, famous for inspiring Stephen King's The Shining. Number 5, Ancient Ram Inn in Watton-under-Edge, England, considered one of the most actively haunted locations in Great Britain. Its history involves ancient pagan burial grounds, alleged child sacrifices, and a very violent past. So it looks like 2 of the top 5 are hotels and a couple insane asylums, which are always a great candidate for hauntings. Anyways, that's the end of that, and happy Halloween.
Right now at the Home Depot, shop fall savings and get up to 40% off select appliances like Frigidaire. Get ready for a season of hosting with the Frigidaire Stone-Baked Pizza Oven. The only oven that reaches 750 degrees for restaurant-quality pizza in as little as 2 minutes. Start making hosting easier with fall appliance savings today at the Home Depot. Only when using Stone-Baked Pizza mode. Offer valid October 2nd through October 22nd. U.S. only. See store online for details.
A single woman in the Bay Area just put up billboards in her quest to find a husband. We have Lisa Catalano, age 42, of Oakland, California. She's taking a rather unconventional avenue as she hopes to look for love in all the right places. This month, Lisa put up billboards along Highway 101, stretching from Santa Clara to South San Francisco, as part of her intense campaign to find her future husband. The billboards have a photo of the smiling brunette with the words, marrylisa.com. And the objective of this campaign is just that, to find some love and get her a husband. You go, girl. Get on up there. Hey, desperate times require desperate measures. Is that the saying? Desperate measures require desperate times. Desperation's desperate. When your clock is ticking, you know what you got to do, is what I'm trying to say. And if you got enough crust to afford some billboards, why not go for it? I mean, I assume she's exhausted online dating, which can be a dead end for many of us when it comes to actually looking for a lifelong mate. I mean, they're pretty good, they seem, for hooking up, but can you really find the one on the dating apps? I hear arguments on both sides of that, but why not try something unconventional like buying some billboards? Definitely going to get a lot of submissions, I'd imagine. Lisa also has a website. Potential suitors who are just curious about her can check out her website, which she carefully curated to include details about herself, endorsements from friends and family, specifics on what she's looking for, a quote from her parole officer, which is pretty positive. I'm just kidding about the last one. She's looking for some qualities in Mr. Right, and there's an application that you can fill out. She urged possible candidates to first check and see if the two would be compatible. Here's a quote from Lisa, as she told the media. I really can't stress this enough that the men who are filling out these applications should maybe read first a little bit about me, not just go off of the photo and the fact that I'm looking for a husband. Okay. Well, slow down, Lisa. I don't think men are just going to see your picture and submit. You're not exactly. I mean, she's somewhat attractive, but I would say she's just average looking. She's like maybe a 5.5, 6. Definitely a Walmart 9, but in the rest of the environments, she's more of a 5.5, I'd say. She hasn't had any cosmetic treatments or procedures, she says on her website. She's got a great sense of humor. She's artistic. She has a favorite baseball team. She's a Giants fan. She loves cats, enjoys wine and some cocktails, does not do tobacco, does not do marijuana. Oh, boy. She doesn't do drugs either. So Lisa's got a lot more fortitude than the rest of us. I mean, how do you not do marijuana or drugs given the state of affairs in the world right now? I don't know. She must have a secret. One thing she's very open and honest about on her website is her primary objective and hopes. She wants marriage and kids within the next 2 to 3 years with the right man. What's she looking for? You guys are wondering? Her future husband should be college educated, lead a healthy lifestyle, not a smoker or someone who partakes in drugs. You shouldn't partake in drugs. Don't be a user. Are you doing the pot? Reefer. She also cares a lot about hygiene and someone who's politically aligned with her. She does not have a criminal record, and she's not particularly religious, but she says she is flexible. So if you're looking for a flexible lady, I love my ladies flexible, so that's a positive. Lisa says, while her process and search may not be the most conventional, she's not naive or delusional in thinking she's going to find her husband and the father of her children off a billboard and website. She says, much like a dating app after the initial screening, the next step would be a more traditional route. She is hoping off the billboard, though, to schedule some dates and have it be a normal situation from there on out. That's the goal, she says. Well, good for her for not just doing what a lot of over 40-year-old women do. They just give up. They buy a French bulldog and start pushing it in a baby carriage and call it a day. Or they go, you know what, I guess I'm never going to find a husband or have kids, so let me just get 8 cats. There's a lot of that. So at least she's trying, spending some money, investing in herself, one could say. Do you think this is a bad idea? What do you guys think about this? She's definitely going to have to wade through a lot of fake applications and trolls, of course. But do you think this could even work for someone at the end of the day? I have my doubts, but I encourage Lisa and wish her luck in her journey. Also, I got a tip for you ladies who are looking to meet men. It's so easy. It's so easy. Join co-ed social sports events. There's so many dudes playing social sports. There's these groups. You can sign up for basketball, dodgeball, kickball, softball, badminton, wiffle ball, pickleball. And you're just going to meet guys. Like shooting crab in a barrel. Is that what they say? Shooting hamsters in a cage. I forget how they say it, but something like that.
When did making plans get this complicated? It's time to streamline with WhatsApp, the secure messaging app that brings the whole group together. Use polls to settle dinner plans. Send event invites and pin messages so no one forgets Mom's 60th. And never miss a meme or milestone. All protected with end-to-end encryption. It's time for WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone. Learn more at whatsapp.com.
Well, thank you guys. Thanks, listeners, my loyal friends and weirdos that have been following the podcast on a daily basis. Appreciate your listenership and support. I'm going to keep this very, very brief. If you would like to reach out to me because maybe you've come across some stories that you think are appropriate for the podcast or you just want to say hello, I'm on Instagram at FunnyJones, and my email is funnyjones@gmail.com. You can find all my shows on my Instagram at FunnyJones as well. We've got a show tomorrow night in Long Beach. Please reach out to me if you would like to attend. Lastly, if you'd like to support the show, go to weirdafnews.com where you can buy me a coffee or join the Patreon. And you can witness my downfall in the Patreon Fantasy Football League. Oh yeah, as I slowly slip out of the rankings and down the board. It's very, very embarrassing in there. But that's just how it is. Sometimes you get some bad luck in football, injuries and whatnot. I don't know, but I'll make a comeback. I'll do my best. Anyways, I love you. Have a good one.